viewer, and then I seen another comment there. So I was like, wow, I have somebody listening, and I see where you said that you couldn't get in. So I was like, man, this sucks, like what the heck. But yeah, this is cool. I'm glad you attended. I mean, it's just like, I'm a believer in, even if there's just one person there, that you can possibly impact or help out or whatever the case may be. You just keep doing it, and eventually the audience will grow.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, but yeah, so I see that I'm on here on your website, and it looks really good. I mean, so I see that you're a designer, developer. Tell me a little bit about yourself, and tell me about your website.
Okay, so my website is more to show people what I've done rather than trying to drag a whole bunch of clients and try to get people to buy my services. So
Okay.
there isn't really a massive call to action or anything. It's really just to show people what I've done and to show examples of sites that I've done, and just for other people who may have interests in getting a website done. There should be a couple of blogs that I would write up that might help them. So this website I done, when did I do this website? Last year, October, I think. Ish. It's like the third redesign I've done. I'm forever redesigning the website, but I kind of like how it is for now. So I'm going to leave it until I get bored again.
Right.
So I just wanted your review about it, really.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it. Can you still hear me? Okay.
Sound's gone now. I can't hear
Okay. Let me try this again. Can you hear me now?
you.
Okay. For some reason, I think it's still coming through Join Me, or I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm just going to leave everything alone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. But yeah, it looks really good. I mean, in reference to any design space, I really like it. I really enjoy it. I think the most when I see where people are not afraid to be themselves, and for you to let your personality show through in reference to the projects, and right here says addicted to the web, coffee, soul music, and Breaking Bad. I mean, like that's the stuff right there. Honestly, I believe that really what connects people because even though I'm not necessarily a Breaking Bad fan, I'm sure it's a great conversational piece. So and trust me, I have my coffee right here beside me. I mean, I didn't care if I was going to be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes late to the Google Hangout. I had to get my coffee first. I said, you know what? It doesn't matter who's going to be there. Actually, I have some editing to do once the video drops down in my little well here that from the Google Hangout. If it does drop down, I'm kind of having doubts now, but the very first part of it is like, 10 minutes of me just talking to my wife and me trying to get my coffee is all you hear. So the personality on the site that's king. I mean, I think that's awesome. I'm definitely loving the feel of it, the way it kind of folds up on itself. I tell my clients all the time, there's a reason why Angry Birds is one of the top played video games. Our little games played in the App Store is because not that you can't kill the little pigs, not that anything's going to be different. It's all a matter of what's next. So you're definitely bringing forth the aspect of oh, I don't want to miss anything. What's next?
Okay.
Yeah. So I really love that about the site, and then you have a place and a piece here in reference to learning, which is connected right to YouTube, in reference to drive more subscribers, and I'm actually going to make sure that I subscribe right now.
Thanks.
Ain't no problem at all. Make sure the video doesn't play there.
Hi.
But so it's as far as learning, continuously learning. wanting to know more. I think that's really awesome. Your journal, that was like, a big piece in reference to, I did see in reference to down here is the personal blogging. And then it's, all kind of different things. I can't wait to see my website over here on inspirational sites. I was looking through there like, where's the website, Candi? Oh man. So that's like a very selfless plug I just did there. You know what I'm saying? So, but just the fact that you're kind of giving the journal in reference to the people that are readers. Me personally, I'm not really a reader, but I'm into titles. You know what I'm saying? I really like the fact that you have the site of the day. And even though I don't necessarily read it, and I'm not necessarily going to click in there, me personally myself, not anybody else, but being that it's there, and no matter what it consists of, no matter what the content is behind it, whether it's an image, whether I click the image and it takes me to a whole entire blog post, just the fact that you have the site of the day there is like king to me. Like, the fact that, that you are presenting it that way, which is really awesome. You know what I'm saying? And then I had seen somewhere, oh yeah, it was right here was the best websites I wish I made. That right there, that's, do you want to come work for Website Candi? Are you? That's as my son says, that's boss. Right there in reference to the website. So you're showing some transparency in reference to saying that these are just websites I admire. These are websites that I think that are really great, and I wish I made them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you said exactly what I've been wanting to say for, definitely a long time. And then right here, the contact, kind of going into the contact page here. So, like, what are your overall goals? Me, already kind of admitting that I'm not a big reader, and it could say it, right in here somewhere or somewhere in the website. But what are your goals in reference to having this website up? What are you looking to do in reference to going forward? You don't want to design, or do you still want to design, or what do you want to do?
I still want to design. I think going forward, I might want to continue with the learning aspect of it. So I'm kind of wondering whether I should keep the keep all of that within the website, or whether I should make a completely different website altogether. I mean, I already get traffic to this site already, but yeah, I'm just not 100% sure whether I should move away from it or whether I should. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I mean, so just give it to me straight. Do you want to design and make money from it, or what do you want to do?
Well,
I mean,
I am designing and making money from it. I have a lot of clients that I'm working with at the moment. I think what I want to do is I want to kind of not step away from design, but sort of raise my prices, because I'm starting to realize how much I'm worth.
okay.
And filter out some of the work that I don't necessarily want to do. Like when you're a starving artist, you sort of end up picking up any job because it's going to bring you money. I want to sort of step out of that and work with clients that are going to pay me enough, but I also want to teach other people, a bit like what you're doing, I guess, teach other people how to use WordPress, especially women, because the large majority of my clients are women as well, but teach them how to make websites like what I've done, how to sell it, and that's it really, and to just connect with other developers, because I'm sort of like the only female developer that I know in my area right now.
Okay.
So it would be good to have a whole team of us, really, of female designers or developers that I can talk to on a regular basis. And I think that's why I wanted you to come and have a look at my site and give me an idea, because really I'm quite insular where I am. I'm kind of just working by myself, and I don't really know other developers or other designers because I freelance. So yeah, that was part of the reason why I came to you, to try to get an idea of what you think of the website personally, where you might think I might be able to improve it, um, and that's it, really.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it it looks really good. I mean, it's just really, in reference to being as that you are a designer, developer, you can kind of crank out, a website as a hairstylist would kind of do their own hair, for
Mhm.
the day. I mean, it's going to look really good because, you're behind it and you're doing it. I would definitely suggest in reference to, um, I would definitely suggest in reference to possibly kind of just putting together like a little bit of a landing page in reference to when they click learn, or you can change up a banner like I've done on my website here, and
Mhm.
I just changed up a banner, and how the developers do. I just went over in my Dreamweaver and I saved this file, which is here's the regular banner, but I added the text to it, and then I just saved the file to where when I kind of get over this part right here and I have
Mhm.
a really heavy enrollment, I'm able to put the banner back really easily the way it was,
Mhm.
by saving that PSD file. And then, as of right here, learning how to start, your web development business. This space right here is kind of delegated to what I'm interested in or what I have going on at that presented time. So, from my sporadicness of being a developer, I'm over here doing this, I'm over here doing that. At one point in time, there was some stuff about Udemy. I put a course out there on how to use Photoshop for like daily
Mhm.
use. I had a video right here at one point in time. So, I feel like this space right here for me is a very premier space, and this is the first thing they're going to see when they come to my website. So
Mhm.
this is what I'm trying to capture right now today. So I think if you kind of possibly just kind of put it out there and said, okay, right over in here, possibly if you can tuck it right underneath here, not necessarily taking away from what you already have, but kind of adding something to say, hey, you know I want to stumble with you. Continuously keep your transparency of what you have going on, like here with the Breaking Bad, but
Mhm.
kind of say, I'm what you just told me. I'm looking for a group of female developers, and here's where I'm going to, house everybody, and here's where I want to connect with everybody, and I want to learn more from everyone, and I want to, do more with everyone, and I want to see more projects, and I want to connect with more like-minded people, and this is the group. So when the traffic comes through, if it's a free group or it's a paid group or however you decide you want to structure it, the awareness is there within what you already have.
Right. 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 Right.
Yeah, or like you can div it out to where like I do have a. Sometimes my website acts a little funky sometimes on the first load, but right here it's working pretty good. But right here I have my learn.websitecandi.com. I'm on Udemy, which is like a teaching platform in reference to, and there's the funkiness right there that I was speaking of. But I'm on Udemy, and I have all kind of courses on Udemy that I've created. Um, and I went out there and I threw out there a website. Once I get to it here, I threw out there a website in reference to just my whole Udemy stuff. And at one point in time, this was featured right in the center of website Candy, several months ago, uh,
Okay.
in reference to kind of just I put this thing together in one day, and it's
Mhm.
like here it is. So you can kind of do that as well. You can kind of put together a quick little site geared towards nothing but
Just learning.
the learning part. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, the nature and the reason why I brought up a couple of links here, such as um, Code Academy, because there's a lot of people out there just like you. There are people out there admiring your website, and there's people out there that love exactly what you have going on. And a part of the process that I'm going to be using in my group that I'm kind of gathering together is, you know, honestly, in today's world, I mean, Dreamweaver is very intimidating. However, I used to write breaks, but now writing Dreamweaver. Do you use Dreamweaver by any chance?
No, I use Notepad plus plus.
Oh, okay, okay. That's a little more advanced than Dreamweaver. You can go ahead and say I'm still a baby over here.
Dreamweaver just seems quite bulky. I really liked it for the fact that it can predict what you're going to type in. I'm
Hmm.
still trying to get that to work in Notepad, um, but yeah, I use Notepad at the moment.
Right, right. But I mean, the honest to God truth, like you said with the prediction, the honest to God truth is here with Code Academy, they're going to teach you the basics. And I tell everybody, if you're interested in becoming a web developer, if you're interested in cranking out some really awesome websites, you only really need to learn a handful of codes. And what you're learning by from here with Code Academy, and move over to, when I move you over to Dreamweaver, you're only really identifying what is what.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, like, okay, here's a break, because most of the sites that you pull down, they're coming off of some type of a framework or a template, or you already had some type of start, especially if you're using like a WordPress.
yeah,
So it's a matter of understanding what a div tag is, understanding what a break is, understanding what your source code is, your images, things of that nature. So it's like you're identifying things versus writing code with Dreamweaver anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, this kind of takes away that whole entire thing of I'm scared to become a developer and try to put together a website for myself and other people because, you know, I don't know code like some of the people I think know code,
mhm, mhm,
to be honest, so but yeah, I mean what I pretty much have going on in reference to my site and the class that I'm offering right here is basically, I've been watching a guy, and I definitely want to turn you on to him if you're not familiar with him. But his name is Mike Locke. Have you ever heard of Mike Locke?
Oh, yeah, I've signed up to his course. I love him. I
Yeah, you
love
got
him.
his course. I want to get his course.
Yeah.
I want to get it. The only thing that's kind of hold me back is the fireworks part. Like I don't like fireworks.
Oh, you see, I love fireworks. I only use fireworks.
Yeah, I'm a Photoshop guy, so it's either fireworks or Photoshop, one or the other.
Mm, mm,
Um, but this is my mentor. This is my coach, and the reason why in 2014 I started to where I'm going to be doing the classes in reference to teaching is because of I've been inspired. The reason why I put this together is because I've been inspired by Mike in
yeah,
reference to I just found out about Mike maybe a year ago or so, and
yeah.
I've never seen him do a screen share in reference to teaching me how to write any code. He only talks
Mm.
about the business side of it.
Yeah,
He,
in his training course, he does go through showing you the basics of fireworks, and he goes through designing a website in fireworks, and he goes through the coding process of fireworks.
okay.
So you actually get to see the whole coding thing in his training program. But I think he does touch on Photoshop as well in his training program. So he's got his basic training program, and then he's got like bonus videos, and
Uh,
some of those bonus videos are Photoshop based, typography based. Yeah, but it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag.
yeah, 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 definitely. But I really like I mean that part right there, Photoshop. I mean, with
Mm.
the lynda.com subscription or just kind of finding your way around YouTube, you can learn Photoshop. You can learn
Oh
Photoshop.
yeah,
You can learn Photoshop by error.
yeah, yeah,
But the stuff he's talking about now today is in reference to the business side of, your portfolio. Start with the end game in mind. What's your design process? The do's and don'ts of portfolios. This video right here made me want to scrap my whole entire website. I said, Mike, you make me feel so bad about my website right now. But I mean, and actually, my wife is going to be interviewing him soon. So my wife's name is Spark Wisdom, and she's featured on my channel. I featured her right here on my channel,
hmm
right here at the top. So if you go to the main page, here she is, Spark Wisdom, right there. She's going. I'm sure she'll be uploading some type of information or video in
yeah. I
reference
think I
to.
subscribed to her. I
Uh,
think I did.
okay, okay, but yeah, so she'll be interviewing him here soon and everything. And but it's but my whole thing is I want to kind of structure people, especially when you do get out there within a group, or when you do get out there in reference to a teaching, or your you know even if you continuously work with more clients and everything. What I'm gonna mainly be teaching in reference to the structure of the business is, every client that comes to me, they're like so like blown away, in reference to the way that I handle them, and
Mhm.
right here in Dropbox, I have, a few of my clients that I'm currently working with right now, but everybody gets a, let me show you let me see here. Where is it at? Here she is. Everybody gets, this is a fresh one right here. I just put this one together last week, and it's, I go copy the files, and here is something to kind of help them get structured, because you know how it is in reference to being a developer. Your clients don't know exactly what goes into it, and a lot of times the process takes really long because they have no structure in reference to giving you content.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
this girl right here is in Virginia. My last two clients are in California. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I know that you're here over in the UK. So I mean, if you don't necessarily know the distance, I mean, none of my clients are nowhere near locally. I would probably never meet them in person ever.
Mhm. Mhm.
But the process through Join Me, like we're using now, the structure and Dropbox that I have for them in reference to doing the website to kind of help them out. We do a
Mhm.
Join Me.
Homework.
What's that now?
I said their homework, what
Yeah,
they have to do in
exactly.
regards to putting stuff in their. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Here's a video that we recorded on a live screen share like we're doing now in reference to picking out their framework. So I show them 3 or 4 different frameworks. Here's the video. You can hear her voice. You can hear my voice. I send it to her right through Dropbox. Very seamless. Not trying to look for an email or anything of that nature. But it's right here in the Dropbox. You can watch it with a colleague, a friend, a loved one, whatever, in reference to an opinion of between the 4 different frameworks I usually show them. But this part of it right here in reference to becoming a developer or just becoming a better developer in reference to handling your client. And you know how the game goes. I've had people try to
Oh yeah.
blame me. I've had people try to blame me for for the process of their website. And when I go to them and say, hey, I've done this, and this. Just yesterday, I had a guy say, you know what, man, I was a little bit bothered by the fact of the process of my website, but you're right. He completely laid straight down and said, you know what, you're 100% right that this process moving so slow is on me.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm teaching. And I'm teaching it as well as the landing pages, which are, I actually just answered the comment. I got a blog that I want to put together, but right over here, I'm teaching right over here, which is really strong for me. I just started doing this, but every client that I work with, I kind of do it on my own server. With GoDaddy, $8 a month. Um, it costs me nothing to go and put together a subdomain that has my name attached to it,
Mhm.
and every client gets.
The conference will automatically end in 5 minutes.
I don't know what that was about, but you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. But I don't know but every single client gets this right here for free. They get a countdown to keeping them accountable. We're collecting email addresses in reference to the launch. Here's her Twitter right here,
Mhm.
and all the information is geared towards her helping me market my business because web development is through word of mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah, so right here, if you click this, it's going to set it up to where she gets an email, I get an email in reference to, for instance, you reaching out and saying, hey, I think this is awesome, this is great. Your developer is the bomb. I'm like, I mean, I just can't stop talking about how great he is. You know what I'm saying? And, I want to hire him. And when they click this, it lets me know that the person came from her loins. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, but yeah, so, I mean, it's
Do you do any form of, because I'm in the process of implementing that now with my customers, where all of my work is being done through word of mouth or even through the YouTube videos that I posted up. But what I wanted to do for this year was to give an incentive to clients who refer me. So I've given an incentive where if they refer me, they get an hour free of my time, or they get £30 donated to a charity.
mhm.
So that's the incentive I've got for people to thingy me at the moment. But what are you intending to do? Any form of incentive, or like, does your customers get anything back if they um, if they refer you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I do have a kickback program, and it's pretty much, if they send me 3 sites, because I mean, and what I'm teaching here, in this course here is how to make sure, excuse me, that your clients are repeat customers.
Hmm.
Excuse me. I've almost every website I've built, I'm still working with that client, some type of
Hmm.
way, shape, or form. Whether it's another website, whether it's a flyer, whether it's something, they're still coming to me saying, "Hey, Daniel, I need you." So, I say, "Hey, if you refer me 3 people, I'm your dev guy. I'm your dev daddy." You know what I'm saying? To where you
Hmm.
just kind of just send me an email. You send me something through Dropbox. We set that folder up, and you pop in there what you need, what you want, and for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I'm producing for you. But here's the whole thing. You and I both know most of your clients are not necessarily going to need a whole lot.
No.
I mean, even with my design program, I'm with you for a whole entire year. Whatever program you pick, I'm updating banners and putting Christmas lights up for Christmas on your website if that's what you want for an entire year. But the majority of them do not necessarily need that much attention. But that's a good sales point in reference to saying, I want to go with this guy versus somebody else.
Hmm.
So, yep, yes, ma'am. But your site looks good though. I mean, I wouldn't change a thing. I would kind of just move a few things around in reference to really, taking action. And I don't have anybody in my group just yet. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I have a goal set. And I'm cranking out YouTube videos, doing Google Hangouts until I reach my goal, and that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
like you being on the call today is all the motivation I need for the whole year. You know. Seriously, I'm
Right.
serious. Because I woke up this morning like, why am I really doing this? I asked myself, like, I got so many other things I could be doing, and why am I doing this? And,
Hmm.
I'm so glad I did because you was there.
Oh, great, great. I'm glad that I've inspired you for the rest of the year to keep it going. And I definitely, I'm got you subscribed anyway, so I will definitely be keeping my eye out for more videos.
Okay.
And I will be doing a splash page for my learn section. Definitely, I think I know what I'm going to do now.
Okay. Okay. Good,
Definitely.
good deal.
So thanks for that. Definitely, that was a big help.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. And like I mentioned, be on the lookout. I'm probably going to schedule this video for. You still
The
there?
conference will
Yeah.
automatically
Okay.
end in 30 seconds.
Well, I think just in case we get disconnected, I don't know what's going. We shouldn't because we're here on Skype. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of title the video, probably schedule it for like next week or so because I've been kind of bombarding my people with videos.
Hmm.
Um, I'm probably scheduled for next week in reference to you want me to do the design creative
Yeah,
uh,
that's fine.
in the title, or what you want me to do your name?
Conference ending. Goodbye.
Design creative would be fine.
Okay, okay. But
Hmm.
yeah, so I'm gonna do like website Candy reviews, design creative website or something. I don't know. I'm trying to play around with some keywords or something.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
but yeah, man. I mean, I just honestly, I just think the site it looks really good. I mean, it's like I mean, if I didn't need the money so bad, I would be sending all my people your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's better than me. I mean, look at the font rendering. A lot of people don't realize, but the font style, that's a different font style that's probably not website friendly. Something that every one of my clients always are asking me for. Oh, can we do Cosmic Sand? No, I will never pick Cosmic Sand on a website. But you have to have web safe fonts is always my response. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
no, we cannot do no Cosmic Sand nowhere. Okay, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, I think it looks good, and like I said, man, whatever I have to do, to get it on an inspirational sites here, as far as a feature or a blog post or something, let me know. I will be there to do it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And keep up the good work. And definitely, you have me on Skype now. We're following each other on Twitter. I would definitely look for your Facebook, or if you go to my website. You can connect to my Facebook, and I want to connect to you in every single way. And I want to, continuously, keep a growing relationship. And saying I want to see every project that you put together. When you put your class stuff together, saying I want in. I want to come over. I want to interact.
Oh, cool! That is so cool because I so feel like I'm a loner out here in a desert of web design. That's how I feel. Like
Right.
there's hardly anyone. In fact, I did meet one other guy the other day in London who does what I do, but he works for the government. He doesn't freelance. So
Okay.
it's a little bit difficult because he's like, oh, I've got this amazing contract and I've been with them for so long, and he doesn't have to do the grind that we have to do. But I
Right.
so enjoy the grind. I love new clients. I love having to speak to clients and consulting with clients. And my main thing to do with how I interact with my clients and how I've been so lucky because I've only been learning web design for 2 years since
Okay.
my son was born.
Okay.
And I learned it because I didn't want to work away from home. I wanted to stay at home and be with my son, and I wanted to do something in regards to the web. So how I've sort of learned how to deal with my clients is, if they pay me $800 for a website, I give them £1,000 website. I always go in above and beyond,
Okay.
and that's basically what's kept me ticking in regards to the clients that I've got. Um, but now it's come to a point where I don't want to just be working for any and anybody anymore because I love my job so much. I end up spending so much time doing it, and then when I calculate how much I've earned for that month, it doesn't tally to how much work I put in. So I
Okay.
want to sort of cut back on that, and rather than just
Right. Right, right. I appreciate that, and then vice versa. I mean, I don't get too many people from London that try to, contact me for a site. I've had a few out of the country, but never from London though. But if I definitely get anyone that way, and and I run into that currency issue, I would definitely be sending them your way as well. And so, like, what is the difference? I mean, what is the big difference in reference to, like, say, for instance, they're paying $1,000 American dollars. I mean, I guess I could use Google currency, but you probably could. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right, right, right. Okay. 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 Well, I mean, even if you even displayed it out there in reference to saying, here's the prices for the U.S. and here's the prices because 600 pounds honestly sounds easier to me than $1,000 U.S. I mean, you say 600, I'm like, okay, sweet, this rock and roll, but it turns out to be 1,000. But if you just really display that, to say, hey, here's what the difference is. I mean, you can probably even grab some type of calculator that says that you can pop on your website. I don't know, but yeah, I mean I just think you're doing an awesome job. I mean, I think the site is beautiful. And it's just a matter of it's just a matter of just continuously just pushing forward in reference to everything that you have going on. And like I said, there's a guy named Jay-Z, man, that I love this guy for his poetic thought process. And in one of his songs he said, "Sunset Hove." I think it says, sometimes we think the lyrics say one thing, but they say another. You know how that goes. Right, right. But for me, what I heard was, "Sunset Hove, how'd you get so fly?" And he said, "Not being afraid to fall out the sky." And that is so heavy to me. That is like so heavy to me. And people ask me like, who in the heck do you think you are that you can charge $2,200 for a website? And I'm like, well, I'm just falling out the sky here, because I'm not afraid to fall and jump off the building and take the leap of faith, because the majority of my clients do pay the $2,200 versus the $900. But if I never asked for it, because my first website I ever put together was $200, and if you don't ask for it, you won't, you don't get it, and that's what it's all about, So, hmm, right, hmm, hmm, right, hmm, right, yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, and honestly, and I'm not necessarily trying to, push a hard sell or anything like that. But if you are considering, joining, my class and everything, that's a lot of stuff we're going to talk about. I mean, and I'm gonna leave you with this story. I'm gonna leave you with this story. The guy who taught me how to develop, he goes by the name of Daryl Crockett. And then there's another guy. There was three of us that were doing stuff. I was more of the salesperson. But Daryl and my friend Kyle, they kind of helped me, and I didn't understand the difference between design and develop. I was learning both and didn't know it. And I've always had this swag. I mean, this is since birth. I've always, had mad swag, but but one day we were sitting in the house. We used to work out of the house, and a person contacted him. I don't know exactly truly who it was. A person contacted him and said, "Hey, I need you to do this flyer." And he quoted them a price, and he said, $85 an hour. And it's going to take me 5 hours to do this flyer. And as soon as he hung up the phone, he said, "Hey, man, you want to play a game of Madden?" And I said, "What?" I said, "A game of Madden? Are you kidding? You know, you just told that person it's going to take you the next 5 hours to build that flyer." And he said, I said, "Why would you do that?" He said, "Dude, they're paying for my education." He said, I have to pay for that. I had to pay for that education. And this is my level now today. This is what I've escalated to due to my time spending watching videos, my time in school, my time this, my time that. And they need to compensate me for that. I need to be compensated for the fact that I have spent this much time banging my head against the wall trying to get something to happen in Photoshop that I want to make happen. And, that's what they're paying for. So regardless if it takes me 10 minutes to do it for real, and I'm charging them for 5 hours, I don't feel bad at all because they're paying for what I'm worth. you know, if you only got paid for the level that you was at, you possibly, you know, like he said, you probably don't even deserve, you know, the money that you made in the very beginning when you first started learning, because, you know, like he kind of mentioned to me, everything he made had clouds attached to it. You're like, oh my God, are you kidding? You know, like me in the beginning, it was like ribbons. I put a ribbon on everything, you know what I'm saying? And it looked horrible, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, but that's what it's all about in reference to, you know, that's what I'm kind of hoping, every student that I get enrolled in this class here, helping you build that confidence, you know. And there's a way. I mean, I read, you know, I'm not a big reader, you know, to be honest, but the books I do read, I would definitely be suggesting some books. One of them is Consumerology. There's a book called Consumerology, and that book blew me away. You know, I mean, that book really set me upside down to where you know, like I said, I was charging $200 for a website. Now I'm charging 2,000. But then again, I have a buddy that builds websites as well, that I kind of connect with and talk to on a regular basis, and he's charging starting at $5,000. I'm still trying to get to his confidence level, but you know, I feel as though I'm really getting paid what I'm worth, because honestly, I can bang a website out in 3 days if I had to. I might lose some sleep and I might drink 5,000 cups of coffee, but I can do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and is that worth $2,200? Absolutely, it is. You know, but yeah, like I said, you know, hopefully, you know, you're considering, jumping into the class, and, you know, I mean, I just want to just, you know, excel people. I just want people to be like, wow, you know, this right here, you know, set me, you know, on a different level in reference to my business. And the reason why I'm at where I'm at is because I did invest in reference to, you know, this guy. You know, if anything, he just gave me some of his swag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he may not teach me how to code, but, you know, he gave me his swag in reference to, you know, how to be confident in the sale. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. But I want to definitely, you know, shout out, and I'm going to cut off the recording here. But I definitely want to shout you out on Twitter here. You know, for anybody who is wondering who this young lady I'm talking to is right here, she's Design Creative right here on Twitter. You know, and you can definitely come follow her on Twitter. And then right here on Facebook, Design Creative is on Facebook as well. Here is the icon that you're going to be looking for that she has right now. But, you know, if you type in her name for sure, you can definitely get to her. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. We're kind of looking at about an hour or so. Let me go ahead and pop this guy up right here. And I thank you guys for watching this YouTube video. Make sure you follow her on YouTube as well, which should be below.